and give us your thoughts as well, because it's Augsburg versus Hertha Berlin. And Hertha, by the way, last week we mentioned the 4-1, Kev, and it ended up being 4-1 again. And yet I was on the draw. Augsburg at minus 110, Hertha plus 315. All of a sudden, that Augsburg looks great at minus 110. If you can trust them, the draw is at plus 255. The under or over is at 2.5. Well, basically, it's a coin flip because the over is at minus 115. Kev, Augsburg versus Hertha. No one would want to be with Hertha in a month of Sundays.
Yeah, it's a really, really difficult situation for them now, because it wasn't just that they were beaten by Union, it was the way they were beaten in such a massive game. They've now lost all 3 games against Union this season. So Berlin is red. There's no question about that. And it was humiliating for them. On their own patch, full crowd. You don't get that very often at the Olympiastadion. And some of the ultras asked the players to take the shirts off because they said they weren't fit to wear them. So shows
they
you
did. Some of the players did.
Yeah, they did. I think I would have as well, to be honest, in that situation. I think Felix Magath is hugely experienced. I think the question's going to be, can he drill them so that they can defend better? Because they're all over the place at the moment. So they've had 3 games. They've had a game against Bayer Leverkusen where they weren't too bad. This game where they were destroyed by Union, which confidence-wise will be massive. And the first game they won 3-0 against Hoffenheim, and that was
probably that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
I think it was a bit of a freak result. I think they got 3 goals from free kicks. I think Hoffenheim had a nightmare day. Augsburg, though, are doing what Augsburg do. When they need to find results, they've done it. And they've managed to get back-to-back home wins. They weren't too bad against Bayern. Nearly hung in there and got a point, which would have been a very impressive result. But they've managed to build up quite a cushion now between themselves and the bottom 3. So it's not done. So there's enough motivation there for Augsburg in front of their fans. But Hertha are a bit of a mess.
Alex, are we actually having this conversation that now Augsburg are a team to trust?
No. Yes, we said last week that they will not get destroyed by Bayern Munich, but it was just because the sandwich match between the Champions League games, that made us believe in that plus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. And it was great because, for example, in the first half, Bayern failed to have a shot on target. But in the second half, they scored 1 goal. It was enough for them to get the 3 points. They didn't push. They prepared themselves for the Champions League match. Obviously, they are out of the Champions League Bayern now, so we will talk differently about them. But no, I cannot trust Augsburg. I cannot trust Augsburg. It's different right now for Hertha Berlin because they are not playing in front of their fans. I think there is not so much pressure on them right now in this Augsburg game for Hertha. If they were home again, you can feel the pressure from the crowd, mostly like what happened last week in the Berlin derby, right? So I think that it will be a change of mindset for what happened in that derby, and I think that they will deliver. Probably they will score. I don't trust them to get to win the 3 points here. I don't know. Maybe a draw is on the cards also. But when you see 2 teams, okay, desperate for points, because let's admit it, even Augsburg, they are 6 points above the drop zone. But we have 15 points on the table till the end of the season, right? So still they can go down. So it will be crazy. This game will be crazy. I think that the only bet I want to be in, I think that's as the over, and the over, I think that it will deliver.
Yeah, the problem I've got with Hertha is that if you can't respond to a local derby of the fiercest nature, you then get absolutely steamrolled with no response during the 90 minutes, by the way, because they got punched on the nose, and instead of going back and punching the opposition on the nose, they rolled over and had their bellies tickled because it was so one-sided. Now you're going to go to Augsburg, and as Kev says, Augsburg do what they do. They just make sure that they're compact. They don't give the opposition any encouragement, by the way, and they wait and they are patient. Listen, I think Augsburg win the game. I mean, but I think both teams score over.
Even what? Cards are on the cards.
But for Hertha to get cards, they need to put a challenge in.
I
They
think
didn't
that they
even.
will put a child. I think that this is a match. This is a crucial match for them after being
Yeah.
tossed by their city rivals in the most important match of the season, no matter what, on their stadium in front of 75,000 people. I think that they must answer. They must deliver a response
Well,
here.
it'd be
I think that
interesting to
they will
see.
go all in.
Yeah, because they was behind so early last week. They had like 80 minutes to respond, and they didn't. Let's have a little look at the official picks because there's only one of us that have gone for anything, and it's Augsburg. Team total over 1.5 at -110. So that means Augsburg score twice, but they can also not win the game. So they lose 3-2, they draw 2-2, and if they win 2-1, you're still going to get the same price as the money line. And no one's been hotter in the Bundesliga this year than the Voice. Just